Week 1 of the UNPL was an absolute barnstormer, a very back and forth game against JB Westside that we managed to take the W in a very close fought 1-0 victory to put the Solihull Skarmoors off on a very, very good start. But week 2, we've got a bit of a difficult game ahead of us. That's right, because we're up against Arsenal MC, and his team is pretty scary to me. But I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling cracked, and I am very ready to get this game underway. So welcome to week 2 of the UNPL. Now before we get into the team builder, I have to give a very quick shout out to my partner for this video, Wraith Energy. Now it's very important that you keep your energy very high and keep yourself ready to game at any moment. And with Wraith Energy, that is exactly what you can do. I have tried out many of their flavours and I have found every single one of them to be absolutely delicious. And if you want to get in on the Wraith hype train and join the cult, you can do just that by heading over to wraithEnergy.com and using code Onesie at checkout for a mean 10% off your order. It will save you some pennies in the long run and keep your energy at a very high level. So yes, thank you once again to Wraith Energy for sponsoring this video, and let's get right back into the team builder, shall we? Now, if you want to see exactly what I'm bringing this week, then stick around because I'm about to show you the team builder. But if you're not 100% fussed and really don't care too much, there will be a timestamp on screen right now and in the timeline feature down below where you can skip forward to when the battle actually starts. But I recommend sticking around because this will give you a bit more insight towards the matchup and some of the team building decisions I made this week. Now the matchup will appear on screen right about now. And as you can see, my opponent has threat after threat after threat. There are some very, very strong Pokemon here that I'm gonna struggle with, if I'm being honest. There is a whole ass Iron Bundle Roaring Moon Zapdos Galar combo that looks absolutely ridiculous for me to try and check defensively. I don't really see many ways of me doing that. There is also a Glimmora there. In case they want to just go hyper offense, they can lead with that thing and get up basically as many hazards as they want. No limit really, which is very, very scary. There's a random Pelipper there for... I don't know why the Pelipper's there. There's also a Terra Trevenant, which is very, very nasty, and it's got some very scary things that it can do to me. But yeah, pretty rough matchup, so I've had to go a little bit unconventional this week in order to pull out the W. My opponent has the speed matchup. They outspeed everything on my team with the Iron Bundle and the Roaring Moon. I feel like I have some decent checks to Roaring Moon, but if I allow that thing too much time and space to set up, I'm going to be in a world of trouble. So we've gone unconventional this week and we've built our team around a bit more of a hyper offense sort of build. So without further ado, let's show you the team I've brought. And the first Pokemon we're bringing this week is going to be Tintin the Bronzong. Now, I've gone Bronzong this week with a bit of a fun strategy. We've gone fully physically defensive with Trick Room, Steel Beam, Gyro Ball, and Psychic. And I'll show you why we're bringing Trick Room in just a moment. But the 3 attacks here, Steel Beam is there to lower my own health in case my opponent does not give me a free switch into the Trick Room breaker. We've also got Gyro Ball there because obviously we're a very slow Pokemon. We underspeed the majority of my opponent's team, and it just has good coverage for things. It hits Glimmora super effectively, it hits Roaring Moon super effectively, does massive damage to the Iron Bundle, it's 4 times super effective on the Carbink, and we're a very slow Pokemon with like 0 IVs and speed, so it just made sense for me to do it that way. Psychic is also good coverage to hit Glimmora on the special side so that I don't trigger its Toxic Debris ability, and this guy is going to lead, click Trick Room, Steel Beam itself to death, or try and hit the Glimmora for a bit of damage if I can, and then it's going to get itself out of the game into Gaskarth the Sudowoodo. Gaskarth is because it's not really rock. It pretends to be rock, but it's not really rock. So shout out to all the all-time low fans in the audience. But yes, we're going with a Terra Rock Choice Band Sudowoodo set. Now I don't really need the Terra, because I look at my opponent's team and a Choice Banded Head Smash, 2-hit KOs, absolutely everything on there, and Sudowoodo underspeeds everything except for the Copperaja, which it speed ties with. There's a Pincurchin there, but it's not going to come this week, and if it does, then I'll be very, very disappointed. But yes, Gaskarth is going to come in, click Head Smash, and basically just claim kills. It's really that simple. We've gone max attack, max HP, brave nature, 0 IVs and speed, the full shebang. And it's just going to basically do things. We've got Sucker Punch on there just in case we do need this thing later on. We've also got Woodhammer there because Rockhead, why not? I've gone triple recoil move with Rockhead this week. It's a Sudowoodo. I click buttons, I get kills. It's that easy. But yes, that is the main sort of way I'm thinking of breaking my opponent's team. Because if I'm able to take out 1 or 2 of their defensive Pokemon, for example, if I get rid of that Trevenant, I'll be able to potentially get a sweep late game with some of my other threats. If I can chip down and bust through one of my opponent's defensive rocks, I can get through and sweep late game. So do as much damage early and try and get the sweep off late game. And in order to do that, we've gone for a bit of a hyper offense last 4 Pokemon. The first is going to be Quaquaval, Ruler of Wind, with the Choice Scarf set. Now, I'm going to warn you, I brought the wrong set this week. I meant to bring Moxie, I forgot to change the ability, so we've gone Torrent, hell yes. But it shouldn't do too much difference in the game because, quite frankly, Aqua Step still absolutely mauls everything. We're pretty fast, we're pretty strong, we hit really hard, and we're going to do some big damage with this. Choice Scarf Quaquaval does outspeed all of my opponent's offense and is able to one-shot every single one of them with the 4 moves I'm bringing this week, barring a physically defensive Glimmora or a physically defensive Rotom, but let's face it, they're probably not going to go max this game, so Ruler of Wind should be able to go absolutely ham. We've also got the U-turn, just in case we need a bit of momentum to go back out into one of our other breakers, but yes, Ruler of Wind just has a good matchup against the offense and hits really hard against the defense, so seemed like a good idea to bring its Scarf this week so that I could catch an Iron Bundle unaware. And yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. It's a duck. It dances. It's Ruler of Wind. What can I say? Now, the next Pokemon we're bringing, of course, is going to be making their debut this week, actually, is going to be Lilia the Ogerpon. And we're going with a Yachi Berry set this week with Iron Cudgel, Ivy Cudgel, Play Rough, Spikes, and U-Turn. So the idea here is that I can catch the cheekiest of Iron Bundles unaware with a Yachi Berry, take a hit and Oko it back with Ivy Cudgel. If it goes for Flip Turn, hell yeah, I get to hit something with Ivy Cudgel. These 2 moves do a lot of damage to my opponent's team. We've got Spikes to try and potentially just get a little bit of chip on things, and we've also got U-turn for a bit of momentum. It just seemed like a good idea to bring Lilia this week like this. Being able to catch an Iron Bundle unaware is my specialty. I did it last season in the PDD versus Rick, and it did really well, so I'm hoping to be able to do it this season with our star captain Ogerpon making her debut this week. Now, we also have the cheekiest of Assault Vest Iron Hands here, because it looks really good. I've had to go with a really annoying set this week, however, and we've had to go Assault Vest with 252 defense, 112 special defense, impish nature, and 144 attack. Now that gives me the punching power to hit things fairly hard, and it also gives me the defense to live hits from the likes of Choice Banded Galarian Zapdos and take hits from the likes of that Rotom and Iron Bundle. If this guy stays healthy with the Drain Punches, it should potentially be able to win the game for me just by being a big fat piece of shit, basically. It's going to sit in, take hits, dish damage out, and potentially just chip down for the late game sweep. If I can get a couple of big hits off with Iron Hands, it's done its job. And yeah, I just really like it this week. So Iron Hands is going to be member number 5 this week. And member number 6 is going to be Terra Dragon Choice Scarf Regenerator Cyclizar. And we've gone with a Choice Scarf set this week because it outspeeds basically a +1 Roaring Moon and one-shots it with Outrage. We've gone Terra Dragon this week just in case I don't need to use Terra on Sudowoodo. It does allow me to keep Cyclizar in the back to try and get a sweep later on. We've gone Wild Charge, Double Edge, Outrage, and U-Turn Wild Charge, hits the Pelipper, and it hits the Galarian Zapdos for big damage, as well as hitting that Iron Bundle. We've got Double Edge because it's Stab, and there was only like 2 resists on the entire team. Well, 4 basically. There's a Glimmora, a Trevenant, a Copperage, and a Carbink. But we also have Outrage as well for the big stab damage, and we have gone Terra Dragon, so that if there is no Carbink, which I really am not expecting there to be a Carbink, then we really should be able to get some big damage this week. Basically, if I can chip the team down, Terra Dragon Outrage Cyclizar goes absolutely crazy against this team. They have 1 resist and 1 fairy type. The rest get 2-shotted with no extra help needed. No shift gear, no nasty shenanigans here. All I have to do is click Outrage and something's getting 2-shotted. Cyclizar is not the frailest thing in the world either, so it can take a hit in return if I'm not able to get the KO. But Saru looked really good. It looked really, really good here. So I decided, why not? Let's bring Cyclizar and give him a chance to try and sweep through. And that is the 6, basically. It's a pretty cool team here. I think the idea, I have to try and get myself off on the front foot by wall breaking, but if I'm able to get an early KO or, a cheeky sort of 1-2 punch with Sudowoodo, we should be able to go absolutely ham here. I'm really, really expecting some big damage here. I'm expecting to try and have a very quick game here. Arsenal's team is very scary, but I feel very, very good against it. So I'm hoping this game can go very, very well for me. But yes, that is your team for this week, and it's going to be fun. So let's find out what happens when the Solihull Skarmoors take on the Hawriver Houndooms for week 2 of the UNPL. Let's go, baby. Okay, a lot of the things that I expected are here. Some things I didn't expect are here. So we start with Tintin. And I think we try and set up the Trick Room right off the bat and then Steel Beam ourselves to death. I think that's how we're going to play this. That's probably the best way to play this. There's no Iron Bundle. So my Yashi Berry on Lilia is redundant. Not great. There is a Copperage there, so I do need to be careful of that thing. I might be able to do some Trick Room Hariyama stuff. Hey! That's a great trainer card. Shout out to Arsenal. But yes, good luck, have fun. Glimmora lead. And Tintin lead. Let's go for Psychic off the bat. Yeah, Psychic off the bat. Because I don't think this thing can do too much to me. It has literally no coverage for Bronzong. Cool, Spiky Shield. It's going to block my Psychic. Cool. Great turn right there. It might go into the Copperage now. So I'm going to Psychic again. I think this is probably the play. Just try and take out this Glimmora, because I know it can waste my Trick Room turns. It's probably going to try and set up hazards on me. It's some sort of sacrificial Glimmora lead. Can I just talk about the textures on the Pokemon and how they look so good, and then you look at the background and it's like, it just doesn't match. This game, if it was in 60 frames per second, would be so good. Like, keep Scarlet and Violet. Just make Scarlet and Violet for the Switch 2 and make it better. So you are going to withdraw Glimmora. Okay, into Rotom. So we're going to get Psychic off. It should reveal its set. That looks offensive. This might be Specs, because this is a non-invested Bronzong right here. But I tell you what, if I go for Trick Room right now, Will-O-Wisp. Cool! Feel free to burn me, my dude. Do I Steel Beam? Because 2 Steel Beams will obviously take me out, but this thing does have some utility in this game. Being able to blank that Glimmora and deal big damage to the Carbink. And sacrifice itself to try and deal with Trevenant. So, do I just go for another Psychic? Or do I go for a hard switch? Because I'm obviously fully physically like this week. So, maybe I go Psychic and then... No, I go Steel Beam. Let's go Steel Beam. Bit of damage. Overheat, yep. So you're going to take me out. That's absolutely fine. No special attack for you. Now I get to smash something with some head smashes. I don't even think I need to Terra. I think I can save my Terra for Saru later on. You're only water switching. You got the Trevenant, but fuck it, no. We'll go Gascarth. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Gascarth. Who's taking it? So, you haven't got the Copperage. You have literally no rock resists. I don't need to Terra. I don't need to Terra. I think I'm going to save my Terra. That seems smart. Let's go Head Smash. No! You're kidding me! Come on, Pseudo! Oh. You know what? At least I didn't Terra. Right, now comes Glamora to Spiky Shield me. Trevenant. Hit it again. Just hit it again. Click it again. Big damage. Wow! That's a one-shot. Hell yeah, Pseudo. You know what? I think I would probably rather get rid of that, because that's a water switching. Glamora's here. Okay, Glamora. Let's go for Spiky Shield. Damn, I wish I'd put Stomping Tantrum back onto this thing. I took Stomping Tantrum off of this. You know what? Screw it. Head Smash again. Why not? Go on, Spiky Shield me. It's fine. I'll take the damage. My Twisted Dimensions are gone. This thing's going for Earth Power. Take me out. Go on, take me out. Earth Power, take me out. Yep, let it go. Oh, I wonder if that crit mattered. Depends on the set, but that might not. That probably didn't matter. What's my plan here? I got rid of the Trevenant, so now Ruler of Wind looks really, really good. There's no Ghost here either, so fighting spam looks really nice too. There is a Fairy still here. Let's go you. Let's go you. Oh, super hands. Let's go Earthquake on the Spiky Shield. I'm really disappointed about that miss on the Rotom, actually. But then again, no matter what died there, it was going to force the Glamora back in. Yep, Spiky Shield here. My Earthquake is going to avoid the Spiky Shield. Now I'm going to Volt Switch. You're going to Earth Power me too. Wow, that is offensive. Because this is an Assault Vest Iron Hands. Right, so there's no Focus Sash on this thing anymore. Let's go Ruler of Wind. I didn't think he'd be willing to let that thing go down. This thing's causing me problems. Maybe I should have kept Tintin around. Maybe I'll just take the damage. Because we ain't got Water Switching anymore, except the Roaring Moon. Yeah, I'll take the Spiky Shield. I think that's what we'll have to do. Yeah, I'll take the damage. And I think at this point I've got to try and hit something. You're definitely going hard out into... probably going out into the Zapdos or to the Roaring Moon here. Hopefully it's not Zapdos. Hopefully you just let this go down. Give me the Moxie boost. Because this thing does look really good right now, but that Spiky Shield is incredibly annoying. I'm hoping they think they're faster. Because this does look to be offensive. You are going to withdraw. Okay. Zapdos. Okay. This is not going to take it that well. Ugh. Why does it have to not be a 2-co? Ugh. I don't have a switch. Don't have a switch. Iron Hands does nothing right. Iron Hands is dreadful right now. So I'm going to go Iron Hands. I have to go Iron Hands. Hopefully it Brave Birds me and puts itself back in range. That would be ideal. Brave Bird. Okay. Put yourself back in range. It's not going to kill. I'm going to Volt Switch. Probably going to go for it again. Yep, Brave Bird again. Cool. This is tough. How do I play this? I think this game's probably gone for me. They don't have a Terra anymore. I think I go back into... I've got to go Saru here. No, I got to Calc. I got to Calc. Banded. It's got to be Banded. In which case, Ruler of Wind comes back in. This cannot be Scarf. There's no way that does 200 damage unless it's Banded. It cannot be Scarf. Oh, I'd love to lock myself into CC. But I really can't. I gotta lock into Aqua Step. Yep, let it go. It's gonna give me the Moxie. I left it as Torrent! I'm an idiot! I'm actually an idiot. And I think that's GG. It's gonna get booster attack. I'm gonna play here. I go hard Saru, because it's probably gonna DD on me here. And then I have to lock myself into Outrage. I don't think there's any way you attack me with a Dragon attack here. I don't think there's any way in hell you do that. Acro. Okay. Wow. It is booster attack, Acro. Okay. Do I go for the... Maybe I really should have gone for the Dragon Claw. So we got rid of Zapdos, we got rid of Trevenant. My key to victory now is to try and chip away at this. Yeah, we'll go for U-turn. Let's get Protect. Oh, you are a pain in the arse, and I do not like you. I think I have to let Lilia go down. Because Lilia cannot hit Glimora for very big damage. And, I mean, I don't outspeed Roaring Moon. I'm only base 110 speed. Lilia's got to go. Yeah. It's just disgusting. It's really annoying. Sorry, Lilia. Your time's up. Your time's up. Time's up. Sorry, Ogapon. Why are you Dragon Dancing on me? You pain in the arse. Why would you Dragon Dance in front? Oh, I have a cudgel. Fuck it. Hit me. Go on, hit me. Game's over. Game's over. Nothing I can do. Go back to Saru. We got a double edge. This should kill. They'll still get the stab boost. I can't lock myself into Outrage. That's the problem I've got. Double edge should still kill. It doesn't even kill. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. This was an annoying game. I'm pissed. That Spiky Shield Glimora fucked me up more than I thought it would. The acrobatics Roaring Moon is just absolutely going to rip me through me here. GG. There's no way I survive this. I couldn't lock myself into Outrage. Because if I'd locked myself into Outrage, then it's GG anyway. Aqua Step isn't going to get me any KOs. This Roaring Moon outspeeds me. Obviously, the Acro is going to rip through me, and that's going to be a 4-0 victory for my opponent. So, a little bit pissed off there. What can I do? I don't know if the crit on my Sudowoodo mattered, but obviously I'll check that after the game. It's just one of those awkward things. But yeah, GG to my opponent. That's going to be a loss. Very disappointing this week. I didn't play optimally. Could have done a lot better, but hey-ho. That's just what happens, I'm afraid. But yes, we're going to be back next week for yet another battle, and I will see you then. So, thanks for watching. Catch you later, and fuck off.